Best thing about looking at a photo of a sculpture is that we are sure to get the angle that the sculptor wants us to look at. The worst thing about looking at a photo of a sculpture is that we will be limited to one angle only. And this is why, unlike a painting, sculptures are best seen in actual. But if that's not possible, we can contact the artist and ask for more pictures, like what I did with Patrick Miranda's Consummatum Est, or however that is pronounced. Basta. It's about the execution of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. But before I show you the other angles, let's look at the artist's preferred angle. This is probably the most infamous death scene in Philippine consciousness. The second would be Ninoy Aquino's assassination. But unlike Ninoy's, our memory of Rizal's death scene has more to do with Botong Francisco's painting and not based on historical accounts. This is the only picture I can find about the execution. Going back to the sculpture, Miranda paints us a figure with overly familiar features: the hair, the mustache, the hair and coat, and most of all the arching as Rizal is felled by the bullets. We may be overfamiliar with the body as Bottom painted it, but perhaps for some of us, the question would be is why was he executed? That might seem a simple question with an obvious answer, but in the age of fake news and historical revisionism that we live in now, we must not take it for granted that every Filipino knows or remembers. And this is what Miranda's piece accomplishes. As iconic as Bottom's painting is, the national artist did not include the reasons why the Spanish government thought it best to snuff the young life of an intellectual who only wanted peaceful reforms. Miranda fills the void by having Rizal stand on his novels, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, which I hope we all remember are fictitious works, but the Spaniards were offended enough to kill him within the system. From the angle the sculptor presents to us, he wants us to see what was hidden from his executors who shot him from the back. Miranda gives us a front row seat of a great man in his last breath. The hat falls from his head and was probably the first to fall to the ground, followed by its owner. Miranda memorializes Rizal, standing literally and figuratively. His left knee may be bent, but Rizal is still standing and will forever remain standing to stand for what will always be essential: truth, peace, and justice. Art is essential.